We'll start our meanderings round the most populous of all Croatian islands, Korcula, with romantic bays on the southern side. The first of them is Pupnatska Luka, in which you can anchor in depths of up to 15 metres and bathe from a fine beach. Going on towards the east, there are bays that are equally suitable for anchoring and swimming in Bačvica, Olandusha, Pavia Luka and Rasohatica, while just before Rajnic Point is spacious Pržina Bay, popular swimming place for nearby Lumbada. If we go behind the point, there is a pretty archipelago where you might like to anchor and swim off the islet of Sutvara, visit the famed quarrying island of Zverninac, and look around the picturesque monastery on woody Badia. Just before Korcula itself is a fine shelter and anchorage in Luka Bay, also called Porto Ush. The lovely planned structure of Korcula Old Town on its picturesque peninsula is just one of the reasons why this is placed in our prestigious Dream Point selection. The other reasons are pragmatic, like the ACI Marina, atmospheric, including the old towers and ramparts, squares, streets, gates, artistic, like the traditional dance of the island, the Moresco, and finally gustatory, which you can come to terms with in the Adomare Tavern, where we might suggest the pashtitsada, marinated beef with gnocchi, and rojata for dessert. But let's sail on along the northern coast where you might find the Bora from nearby Peljesac or a gusty Mistral surprising you in the Peljesac Channel. After a mile's sailing, a mark will warn you of the Vrbovica Shoals and the cove and anchorage of the same name. After this, there is a good 6 miles of sailing to the next shelter and breakwater in Raščica Bay. Not far from Raščica, there are 2 pretty little coves called Vaja and Samograd, and 4 miles later is the village of Babina, exposed to the Bora, and not far from it, Rasoha Bay. Up to the western end of the island, we'll also stop off and see Pregradica Harbour, and then turn off into the biggest on the island, Vela Luka Bay, with a nice anchorage off Gubeša Islet and famed Osijek. In Vela Luka itself, it's best to tie up at the northern side of the pier by the filling station, and then set off to see the harbour, the old Tomislav layout, or perhaps the Neolithic dig in Vela Špilja. For those who like exploring the interior, we can recommend the village of Blato, where you can find good Korcula wine and exceptional quality olive oil.